Hey everybody. Hey. It's your girl Malik, and this is Let's Talk Real Talk. So you guys, today is Sunday. You know, we got to get back to work tomorrow. So please try to enjoy your day, okay? Before I start, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. Help your girl out. I really appreciate it. Remember in my last video I told you guys about the 2 videos that I that I lost. Okay, so I did the other one, but this one is about DMX. This is my tribute to DMX, and it's called God's Will. When you think of DMX, you think of Rough Riders. You think of all the songs that he has made. You think of the aggressiveness of the man, and the drug. You think about a lot of stuff when it comes to DMX. But I'm gonna say this: regardless to that man's drug addictions, whatever he went through, I don't care. That man was genuine and real all the damn time, all the time. DMX wasn't a fake person. Earl Simmons was not a fake person. You couldn't pay him to be fake. And that's what I love about him, because no matter what happened, no matter what came across his way, his path, DMX never sold out. He never did. He never did. He was always for what's right. Sometimes we may have looked at him in a certain way because of his demeanor, okay? Because DMX was aggressive. There's no lying about that. But it's the way, the kind of aggressiveness that he had. It was amazing. And it made a lot of us just stop and look, listen, especially when the man prayed. That man was definitely a child of God. We knew that. And I don't care what nobody say, because there is no perfect Christian, perfect Muslim, perfect, none of that. There's no perfect religion. There's no perfect person out here, period. And DMX never tried to be a perfect person. He just tried to be him. Accept me for who I am. And if you can't, then I ain't fucking with you. That's basically how he was, I really couldn't look at his funeral, because I just wanted to remember him the way that he was. And to me, I'm at peace with DMX. I'm at peace with him going home. I know we hated to see him go, but it's God's will, y'all. It's whatever it is, it's whatever God wants. We cannot overthink it, try to outthink God, because you can't do it. You lose all the time. You end up looking crazy. So it was God's will to take DMX home, and he left a legacy behind for us to enjoy for the rest of our lives. For the rest of our lives. I just love the fact that he was a genuine person. He was just real, 100%. What we saw, that was DMX. He didn't portray to be something that he wasn't. That was X, period. He told us everything about what he went through as a kid, just everything. We saw his life being played out live in front of us, and a lot of people have negative things to say or whatnot. It's cool. You always going to have your good and bad, your negative and your positive. But what I do know about the Earl Simmons is that he was a family man. He loved his family. He loved his friends. If you loved X, he loved you too. Period. And I want to say to his family, especially to his ex-wife and his fiance, I want to thank you, sisters, for coming together, for showing the world that we don't always have to fight each other. It doesn't always have to be a battle when someone dies, because normally it's like that. Every time someone passes away, 9 times out of 10, it's a problem within the family. And not saying that there are no problems within his family, but if it is, they're keeping it hush hush. They're keeping it together. And I really appreciate that, because all X wanted was for there to be peace. And I think I feel that he's at peace with what's going on with his children. I remember the episode where him and his son, I think they were on Heyoka, if I'm not mistaken, and he was having a problem with his son, and they were going back, and that really hurt my heart, because I really feel like he might have been came at the wrong way, but not intentionally. Heyoka is set up a certain kind of way, and so is X. So you have to be a certain kind of person to even get at him like that, especially when it comes to his personal life. So, you know, I saw his ex-wife and his son sitting down, and they were doing an interview, and he was talking about how he just finally got it. He understood who his father was and what he wanted. He just wanted everybody to be good. He just wanted to be a good person, the best father he could be, the best husband, the best brother. He just wanted to be the best that he could possibly be. And he was, flaws and all. He was. And I really appreciate that, because a lot of people that's in the spotlight, they try to hide who they are. But you can't hide from God. And that's what X always showed us. You can't hide from God. I don't care what you do. It is what it is. God knows all. God sees all. Just because you may not have said it, God knows. God knows what you're going to do. God knew who X was before we knew. You know why? Because God created him. Okay? God created everything. I don't care. You might not want to give him the praise. That's all right. But at the end of the day, guess what it's going to be? God's will. You ain't got nothing to do with that. You can't get in the way of what God has going on, what he's getting ready to do. You have no control of that. So you might as well step back, step out, step back, move to the side, and let God do what God is going to do, because God is very good at doing those things. We're not. So I just really want to say to the people out there, to the fans, family, friends who are really heavy-hearted about this, y'all just look up to the sky. Look up to the sky. X is smiling. He's happy. He's at home. He's at peace. We gotta keep his legacy going. We gotta, stop all the negative bashing and everything. We honestly, until the family says, we don't know what X died from. We know that he died from a heart attack. But as far as the overdose and all of that, that's speculated. We're not even going to go there, because we don't know. And I'm going to say this. I don't care if he was doing drugs or whatever. That was his business. Nobody should be judging, okay? You shouldn't judge, because somebody could be judging you, period. We don't know what that man's life was, but I'll say this. Everything wasn't all hunky-dory. It wasn't all peaches and cream. And X, he let us know that. But I do know that his fiance, that he had his son with, I know that he was very happy with her. And I know that she was very happy with him. And sister, I just want to say to you, I know how you feel. I know what you're going through. I lost my husband too, so I know exactly what you're going through. But just know that you got the best of him. Okay? And his ex-wife, she got the best. Y'all both of y'all, even though he has women, children by different women, you two are the ones that really stand out to me, because at the end of the day, y'all came together. And not saying that the other mothers didn't, but I'm saying who I saw, okay? So to see those sisters come together in the midst of heartbreak and pain, my hat goes off to you. I salute you, sisters, because that's very hard to do. That's very, very hard to do. And even with his ex-wife, I know that there have been a lot of trials and tribulations between you and X, but I know that man loved you the best way he knew how, okay? And I appreciate you still standing for him in the midst of, that takes a lot of strength, and it takes a lot of courage, and I thank you for that. His children, I just want you to know that your daddy was the fucking best. Excuse my language, but he was, okay? That man was a prophet. I don't care what nobody say. He really was. X knew God to the point where it made people who wanted to know God and who was kind of scared as far as, I don't know how to pray. He made it all right. He said, hey, just pray. Pray to God. Pray for yourself. We pray for everybody else, but when do we just sit down and pray for ourselves? Just a genuine conversation with God. Listen, this is what I'm in need of. I need you. X poured his heart out when it came to God. He never was shy. He never was shy. He never held back when it came to God, no matter how it might have made him feel. But I will say this. When he had something to say, he said it, and we heard it. X could bring the whole house down when he started preaching, when he starts to talk. You know why? Because this man was elevated. He was he was elevated. Okay, he was elevated, you guys. He was on a totally different spiritual level, and some may not understand, some may understand, but for the most they may not understand because of his history, his life. But I'm telling you, just love the man, DMX, Earl Simmons, as he was. That was X. He gave himself to us wholeheartedly. He did. And we should be thanking him for that. He went out like it was amazing how his last ride around New York took place. It was amazing. On the back of a monster truck. That was DMX with all the Rough Riders behind him. It was wonderful. And I did watch that part. That was beautiful. The tributes that I've seen when it comes to DMX is it's really it's heartfelt. It's really touching because you see all the love and the gratitude that everybody has when it comes to paying homage and tribute to DMX. And I just want you guys to know that you got to stop trying to put yourself in God's way. Get out of it. You have to move to the side and let God handle it, because we don't know. And every time we get in God's way, what happens? We mess up. So this is how I get through. I do what I can do. And I'm pretty sure if X was here, he would say, just do what you can do. Just do what you can do. Because you know that Bible, it really is a book of what to do, what not to do. It's a reference, it's a guide for us. And a lot of us don't follow it. And a lot of us follow it and then they pick and choose. But my thing is, however you can get to God, that's what you do. That's the way you go. You don't have to go this way because this person is going that way, or because this person is do it how you feel it should be done. That's it. It's not about nobody else. It's about you. It's God's will, y'all. It's nothing we can do about it but move out the way and let God have his way. Please. I'm telling you, I'm a living witness of moving out of God's way. Because sometimes we really can block our blessings because we're trying to be in the way of what God is trying to do for us. And God just do like this. Well, I'm gonna wait until you're finished, and when you're done, I'll be right here, and I'll take over. But we have to move out of the way. And when I say, and I'm saying it because, listen, X surrendered. He surrendered. That was it. And that's all we have to do. We have to surrender to God's will, y'all. At the end of the day, it's going to be God's will. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, it's going to be God's will. It's nothing you can do about it. You can't, if it's your time to go today, guess what? You're going today. You can't stop it because it's God's will. And I understand when someone dies, we feel hurt and lost and confused and everything because we know that we're never going to see that person again. But you know what? We need to show gratitude because God allowed us to enjoy that person, to have that person in our lives, whether it's mama, daddy, sister, brother, cousin, friend, whoever. God allowed us to have that person in our lives for a moment. Okay? And that's how it is. And we have to start thinking like that. We got to stop thinking we in control. We ain't in control of nothing. Nothing. It's God's will. It's God's will. If you listen to DMX, it's God's will. I don't care. You can try to figure it out, but you're going to be looking crazy. It's God's will. God is going to do it how God want to do it. So just move out the way. It's better. I promise you. We just have to move out of God's way. That's it. Just move out of God's way. Let God do what God is going to do. And just chill out and be still. That's all you got to do, right? So with that being said, I just really wanted to come on here and do this tribute to him, because I've been trying out. Like I said, I lost the video, and then this video stopped, so I had to read. A lot of stuff has went on with me trying to do this video, but I'm gonna do it, X. I'm gonna make sure I'm doing it. You understand? This got to get out. Shoot. Rough Rider forever. You understand? Rough Rider forever. That's who I am. I love me some DMX, and I'm happy that the brother is now at peace. He don't have to worry about nothing. We the ones that gotta worry, not X, okay? So with that being said, I'm gonna get on off of here, you guys, and hopefully you will enjoy the rest of your Sunday, or at least try to, okay? I finally got this video done, so I'm happy about that. But until next time, peace. Love on each other. Be good, okay? All right.